Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro. And as you can see, I am winding down, actually, just getting back from playing a little bit of golf. If you had a chance to see some of the stuff that I've been doing, didn't really start out great, didn't really start out great at all. First 9 holes, hadn't played in a while. It's the first time in a year I've actually been out and playing. So hadn't played in a while, but I wasn't really playing well. It was starting to rain a little bit. I was getting cranky. I was getting a little prickly. And I was thinking to myself, you know what, why don't we just go home? I'll just go back, relax, go have some dinner with my girlfriend, and it's not a big deal. And then I was kind of like, you remember the old phrase, a bad day on the course is always better than a good day at the office? So I remembered that, and I was like, okay, let me just kind of keep playing. And you know what? And I was thinking this at the time, I was like, you know what, this is actually a conversation about resiliency too. Like, success, as you've heard me say, success is not a straight line endeavor. It is a conversation about bouncing back. It's a conversation about resiliency. It's a conversation about rising up. And I was like, let me practice what I preach. I feel like I do anyway, but let me really practice what I preach right now, right here, and do that. So I stayed. And I wound up playing, much, much better. I made some adjustments. I was remembering some different things I needed to do with my swing and made some adjustments. And the reason I'm kind of sharing this with you guys is I wound up closing it out. I wound up shooting a 45 actually in the back 9, which is really good for me. Bogey golf is kind of what I'm always trying to play. And it's really interesting because the first front 9, let's just say I wasn't playing bogey golf, but I made some adjustments, I stuck with it, and I think for a lot of people, when we're talking about business, we lose track of that. We think that we have to be perfect. We think that we have to get it just right. We think that if we're not, we're some type of failure. We look at things like it's a personal referendum, and that is not the case. The game, I always like to say, the game's not over yet. You know what I mean? And it's one of those deals where you got to stick with it. I made some adjustments. I did some other stuff that I needed to. I made some clutch shots, no question. And then I just kept going, kept moving, and like I said, closed it out. So if you're having some challenge in your business right now, maybe you're trying to get to that next level, or maybe you're trying to do some stuff in terms of just being more successful in general, maybe you're trying to transition from your job to an entrepreneur venture or something like that, not a problem. Maybe it's not going your way, not a problem. Stick with it. Do not give up. Keep going and just punch it in, okay? And then you do what I just did here on the golf course. You post a 45 and you're good to go. All right, so I just wanted to kind of say this to you. I am super fired up. Now I'm going to go home, and now I'm probably a little too late for dinner, but I've got some trail mix actually in my golf cart over there, and I'm going to take care of that. All right, but in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard, saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time. You take care.